Hey everyone, thank you so much for tuning into the community conversation brought to you by Prototype Training Systems, home of CrossFit Prototype. The community conversation highlights a different member of the Prototype community each week and allows them to tell their story, share life experience, and communicate all things fitness. You know, we've all listened to podcasts and watched YouTube videos that highlight some of the world's greatest leaders and visionaries, and these people also walk amongst us. We believe we have some amazing people at Prototype, and we want you to get to know them. So to that end, I want to introduce you to our fourth guest of the community conversation, AB Pujari. AB has been a part of Prototype community for almost 4 years. He's one of the kindest, most loving dudes I've ever met. He's always smiling, and he works his butt off at Prototype. There's a smile. AB, thank you so much for joining and being part of the community conversation today.
Oh, thank you for having me. And as always, it's great to be a part of this community.
Dude, I appreciate that, man. So, you know, with the community conversation, that's what we're doing, having a conversation. So why don't you kind of give the listeners and everyone, you know, tuning into this, you know, a little bit of background on you, wherever you want to start.
Sure. Yeah. So as many of you know me by the name AB, it actually stands for Abhinav. That's my first name, Abhinav Pujari. I'm originally from India, in the central part of India. I've been here for almost 10 years now. I came here for my master's in computer science at Northeastern, and I've been in New England ever since. So it's been 10 years, and I love it. Yeah. So um, yeah, that's basically my journey from back home, where my parents are, all my family's there, and to here, where I'm here for my career and my future life.
What's been the transition for you, like moving from India to especially like Northeast and Massachusetts? Like, what was that? Talk us through that. Cause I know, you know, not everyone has that experience like at the gym. So like talk about like what that's been like or what that was like.
Definitely. Yeah. So I think initially when I came here, I think 2011. So obviously the initial excitement was there. I always like wanted to travel a lot and study in a different country. So the first few years when I was at Northeastern, it was major like excitement and just getting in touch with this new culture, because there's a huge cultural difference. I feel like India is more like closer to British culture because of the colonial. Yeah, we don't have to go into that, but it was a big cultural shift from what India is and what America is. So that was very exciting and interesting, and just spend time here and you get along. I'm very like malleable, so I adjust to anywhere I'm going. Like there's a funny part about me that wherever I go, I just, if I'm there enough, I can get that accent. So if I'm in like UK, I would switch to British accent. If I'm in India, I don't talk like this. This is my American so-called fake accent.
Interesting. I didn't know that. So you're able to like adjust like how your tone is and how you talk. I didn't know that.
Yeah, I mean, it's easier to communicate that way. Not important, obviously, but it's just
Mhm.
easier to communicate that way.
You said you've always wanted to travel. Have you done a lot of traveling?
Oh yeah, I love to travel. I haven't traveled as much as I wanted to, but I've been to a lot of Southeast Asian countries, a lot of European countries, Middle East, African countries, obviously North America. I haven't been to South America yet, so I really want to go to Machu Picchu, and my lifelong dream is to hike Kilimanjaro. So that's going to be something that I want to focus on for the next 2 years.
Oh, I love that. So I keep staring at this photo behind you. So if people are listening to this, the AB's got this like really cool, like very colorful drawing of an elephant. So is there a story there or like what is that?
I love elephants. I went to South Africa a couple of years ago, and we went on a safari, and it was just the most unbelievable experience, like a life-changing experience. And I feel that like Ellie's are always like very active and naughty and cheerful, unpredictable. So I really like elephants. So that's, and this is a beautiful, obviously looks really beautiful. So
That's awesome. Did you get that in South Africa?
I did not. I got it at Wayfair actually.
Oh, did you really? Dude, Wayfair is awesome.
Yeah, you get everything here. So yeah, but it's I love that. That is the main focus of my living room here, and the Christmas tree, obviously now.
So, all right. So you went to Northeastern, and then so like, how did you end up in like the Westborough area? When did you like move to Westborough?
Yeah, so I moved to after my master's. I got a job in Westborough, and that's when I moved to Westborough. So Mesh, as you guys probably know, he was also in Westborough at the same company that I was working for, and I've been. I mean, I like Westborough a lot. Great community, everything's close by, and it's a suburb. So although in India, I mean, there are a lot of people. I just like living in the suburbs a lot more. So I really like Westborough.
So when you got to Westborough, and when was that, by the way? When did you move to Westborough?
2014. So I
Okay.
did my master's, and then after that, I moved to Westborough in 2014. Yeah.
Yeah. And then you started at Prototype in like 2017. So were you doing like you weren't doing like CrossFit though, like
No,
before
no.
you came here? Like talk us about like the different stuff you were doing. Were you like working out and doing stuff in India before you came? Like tell us about like the fitness side of things.
So from the fitness perspective, I mean, I've loved sports all my life. So I've always been involved in sports. I was in almost all of the teams in my high school. Used to play nationals, handball, soccer, cricket, like almost everything. So I was really into sports and I was active. But I've always had this struggle with like weight because I love my food and I'm like a heavy person. So I've always looked at like trying different things, how to like get back into shape, basically make sure that I'm fit. So when I moved to Westborough, right before that, I did a co-op at one of the investment management firms in Boston. It was on the 23rd floor. And every day for lunch, I used to walk up the stairs, all 24 floors. And then months after months doing that, I just got used to it. And then I did a vertical marathon climbing credential. And that was like really amazing. So I kept trying different things. When I moved to Westborough, I looked around what was available. And then I landed at Gold's Gym. Then I started the usual training, treadmill, um, whatever that thing called,
Elliptical.
machine, yeah, elliptical machine, and then weights and stuff. But at Goals, after a year, I got like, as all of you know, Andy has joined us. Andy was actually at Goals Gym, and he
Yeah.
was the one who introduced me to the high intensity interval training concept. And that's where I got used to like working out like in a circuit style basis, and then I get bored very easily. So after like 2 years of doing that, I'm like, I need something else. So I forced Somesh to come with me one day to CrossFit Prototype, and we were like, yeah, let's just do it. And that's how we started at CrossFit. I mean, we have been around this area a lot. And we always used to go to the Westborough House of Pizza to get our chicken parm sandwich for lunch. So used to watch people, crazy people running shirtless outside of Prototype. You're like, what is this going on? We can't be the ones that are doing that. And then you're like, one day, just go and check it out. And that's how we landed at Prototype.
So the day you came in, like checked it out, like what was your like first impression? And then like following that, what did you experience? Like what made you kind of like stick with it and like in like, be part of the community?
Yeah. So if you think of me, I was obviously very intimidated coming to Prototype because of the whole idea of what CrossFit is to the outside world. I come in, I think Ben was the coach at that time, and John was also there coaching. As soon as I come in, I look at people working out, and I was very intimidated because these are things that normal daily people don't really do, like power clean snatches. That's something that not everyone does. So it was intimidating. And then the people I looked at, everyone looked perfect to me. and they're like, oh, she's perfect, he's perfect. And that's what I thought about in my mind, that like, how I'm not a perfect person. How am I going to be working out with all of these perfect people? People who are like, uh, I think it was Kern she was like 7 months pregnant or something, and she was doing cleans, and I was like, it was mind-boggling to me that like these are amazing people, and that was the most inspiring part for me. And the next step was I just started coming in daily, just keep going in and don't worry about anything else. That's what happened, and here we are now. It's more of a lifestyle. Like, I don't have to make a mental decision that I need to go work out. It's just a lifestyle. I wake up, I go to the 7 a.m. class, I work out or try to work out, and then I go to coffee. Like, that's the lifestyle.
Part of your normal routine. And I know you've kind of gotten in and tried like all the different stuff that we do. So like, you've done like Andy's workouts in the past, when she's doing our Prototype X class, you've done the CrossFit class, you've done the weightlifting, excuse me, Thrive classes, like, like what's your favorite part about those different things? Or like what has kind of made you kind of, because you're not everyone like, dips into all those different buckets. Some people kind of stay within like their lane. They like CrossFit and do CrossFit, and you've kind of tried everything, which is,
Oh
I
yeah.
love that. Tell me a little bit, tell everyone a little bit about that.
Yeah. So as I've said, that I have a range of 3 to 6 months. If I'm doing something for 3 to 6 months, after that, I'm kind of like demotivated, and I kind of need a reset. And with all these programs, I felt that that was what I was like, that's what I needed. Um, if I got bored with CrossFit or doing the same monotonous workouts, then I would switch to weightlifting. I love weightlifting. I'll do heavy cleans, snatches. Like, one of my favorite movements is a snatch. Like, I love a snatch, and I would do that for 3 to 6 months, and then I'll be stagnant again, and then I'll switch back to CrossFit or switch up with the nutrition or Thrive. Like, that's what I love about this, that I can, when I get bored, I can catch myself and try something else and just train different parts of the body. Like, I just went on a golfing trip, and I felt like when I golf, it was like all different kinds of muscles that we use. So
Mm-hmm.
it's just like you have to, what I think is, you just have to do a lot of different things, and that's how you end up being in the best position, fitness wise.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and like, and again, like not everyone's kind of like gotten in all those things, and you have the like 3 to 6 months. You're like, okay, I'm bored with this. Let me move on to something else. So I like that you're staying with some of the different programs that we have within like the gym, and you're seeing like the differences, and there are like clear differences between the different things that we're doing, and you see the benefit to all those things. So I really like that. I think not everyone also has the opportunity to do all those sorts of classes as well. Like, maybe now more so than ever with COVID, having a little more flexibility or schedule. I'd really like to talk to you about that. Like, how is like COVID, like, how has that impacted you? Like quarantine, how is the, like, how have you made it work with the gym? Because I know like your setup, like, especially with like home workouts, like I remember you showing me, it's like your living room, but you still did it. And, one of the things that you should be really proud of, and I'm super proud of you, and I think a lot of people would say the same thing, is like, when people don't have the resources or have like the space to do stuff, sometimes like, I'm not going to do it. And like, you stuck with it
Yeah.
despite not having a lot of stuff, and you made it work, and you stayed consistent, stayed in that routine. Like, how'd you do that?
So to me, my focus was mostly on discipline and not on like motivation, right? So I was disciplined for the last 3 years, just going in. It was more of a lifestyle to me. I go in, I meet my people, I meet my coaches, the people who I like to hang out with, and that's what I wanted. I'm not looking at each day to look at a different workout. I'm just looking to hang out with people, right? I'm here alone. Uh, my parents are like back home, like really far away. So to me, this is my friends and family that I want to hang out with. And I mean, most of the stuff in our CrossFit plans, you can scale anything you want. Most of it is body weight. So during the first part of the quarantine period, like I divided into like three months. So the first 3 months, it was like a lot of body weight stuff, just hanging in there, motivation. I was really excited for the first 3 months because this was new, like the quarantine obviously was new to everyone. So the first 3 months I thought weren't that bad. And then it, like the next 3 months got a little like iffy, where we had to really focus and make an effort basically to go and work out. And that's where the community comes in, where I like to see people. When I don't show up, I get texts every day. Where were you? Why were you not here? Don't give us excuses. So it's like, that's what keeps you going, right? It's just a lifestyle. You never think about going into work. It's just that you know that Monday to Friday you have to work, so you just go and work. That's the same thing with CrossFit.
I love that. I love that. I know you've developed a lot of like really awesome relationships like at the gym. I know like you and Samesh are like really tight, good buddies. You guys kind of started this together, like, but now you made a bunch more friends. Tell me, like, I guess tell everyone, like, what's your favorite? You might not have one, so if it's more than one, like, what's your like favorite experience or favorite memory from being at the gym so far? Do you have one?
Oh yeah, there's plenty of great memories. I'll start from like not a fun one. I remember the first, I think it was within the first 3 months, when again 7 a.m. there's a workout. Um, I think it was EMOM or one of the workouts with rowing and wall balls, and
Mm.
that workout absolutely crushed me. Like I was mentally, like it broke me mentally. And not everyone knows this, but I think Somesh and you probably know it because you were there. I literally cried that day after the class. I'm like, I can't, like, this is not happening. I can't do this. I can't move my body. I'm whatever, blah, blah, blah pounds. I can't move, do anything. And that was like one of the memories that I still have, because since then, I mean, obviously a lot of things have changed, and I'm like more aware of like what my capabilities are, and I'm focused on what I can do and what not what I can't do. So that's one of the big ones. Double unders again, great memory. The first time I got double unders, it was just amazing. I kept doing it every day for, I don't even, probably 6 months. Just 5 minutes after class, just kept trying. And one day I got it. And the day I got it, I was like, now I know the secret. Practice is not the secret. Just you have to give yourself the opportunity to get that rhythm. And that's what changed it. I did it so many times that I got that rhythm. And then once you get that rhythm, double unders are easy for me now. So all of the competitions, again, great memories, lifting heavy, everyone's cheering for you. It's great memories.
I'm trying to remember that workout you mentioned, the wall balls and rowing. Was it wall balls and the assault bike, or was it rowing and wall balls?
I think it was rowing and assault bike. I love assault bike, right? I mean,
Yeah,
come on.
you crushed that.
Yeah, I love assault bike. So assault
You
bike
are one of
where
the
I had a
few
problem.
people that will say that, by the way. Just
Yeah.
saying. Yeah.
Well,
Mhm.
see, again, focus on the things you can do. So I'm a heavy guy, tall guy. Assault bikes and roars are like good for me. So it's
Mhm.
just, yeah, focus on that.
I love it, man. I think your your perspective. I think a lot of people could benefit from taking that perspective, and you know the humility that you have, and the work ethic and routine and all that sort of stuff. I mean, you've made the most out of, you know, like I said, with especially the last few months with COVID and everything, you made the most out of it. And again, not many people can say the same thing. So you should be like super proud of yourself.
Yeah.
Um,
I think it's been great, but also I want also definitely want to say that it's um it's not always positive, right? That's very important to say that everyone is struggling with something or the other. People look perfect from the outside, but uh, everyone has their own struggles, just different ones. So um, it's just a fact. Everyone has struggles. You just focus on what the positives are, what the good part about life is, and that's what you should focus on. So yeah.
How have you like, have you always been like that? Like or has that been like a mindset shift?
No, definitely. That I've not always been like that, and I am never I'm never 100% positive all the time either, right? So it's just like you just get better over time. Like with all the people that have been around, so many adversities, Jean, Kathy, Caitlin, Kim, so many great people that inspire me. Like it's everything, every little thing helps because every day you learn, every day you get better. Some days I'm not that positive, some days I'm really positive. So we just have to get to a position where we are always moving towards majority of the positive time in your day. That's what you want.
Mm. No, that's a really good way to look at it. And yeah, you can't be positive all the time, right? But I think like, being mindful of it and understanding there's a balance between it. Yeah, that's a really good perspective, and I love that you're sharing that, AB. Um, I got three more questions for you.
All right.
All right, Spitfire. Favorite movie slash and or TV show of all time? Go.
That's a good one. So I'll tell you one of each. Okay. Favorite movie series of all time, Jurassic series. I love
Jurassic
Jurassic
Park.
Park, Jurassic World.
Uh
Big
huh.
fan. Watch it any number of times.
Uh huh.
And favorite show, Friends. Watch it
Love
anytime.
it.
Friends, love Friends.
I love it. All right, I think you're gonna be at our party tonight, right?
Yeah, it will definitely be a party.
All right, you'll see some friends.
All right.
For sure. You know what I mean after I say that.
Yeah.
Favorite musician or music artist of all time, or band or group?
Well, I'm very new to the American music
Mm-hmm.
culture, but I mean, you might be surprised, but I love country music a lot.
Nice. What's your
So
favorite? You got a favorite?
uh, Keith Urban, I love Keith Urban. He's good. Um, Garth Brooks is good. He's a little like not modern country. Uh, yeah, Thomas Rhett. I love Thomas Rhett. So a lot of the modern country artists I like a lot, and
I did,
obviously Bollywood, like Indian music. I love Indian
uh-huh.
music.
I did not know you liked country music. I've
See,
always tried to get into country
full of
music.
surprises. Full of surprises.
It's not for me. I know you're full of surprises. All right, last question. What's your favorite thing to do when you're not at the gym or not working, or what's your favorite hobby?
I love food, so anything related to food, either watching food shows, TV shows, or cooking. I love cooking, and also um, just getting in touch with all of my favorite people, coaches, friends, family. Just I love to just call people and text people and like just randomly chat. So yeah,
Love that. You are a social butterfly, my man.
definitely. It's been a hard 2020, but it's been okay so far.
Like I said, you made the best of it.
New year, new me, right?
That's right. That's right. Well, AB, thank you again for being part of the community conversation. This means so much to me, means so much to the team at Prototype, the community, and then for all you guys that are like tuning in, watching right now, thank you. And just remember, every week we're releasing a new community conversation with a new guest to get your week started. To be the first to know when the new community conversation's out, it's going to be posted in our members only group, or subscribe to our YouTube page, or our daily newsletter. And if you're a member and you're not in our members group for some reason, just let us know and we'll make sure that you're added in. And then lastly, if you're interested in being part of the community conversation, just shoot us a message and we'd love to have you. So until next time, get after it and go crush it, everyone.
I have one more thing. I want to give a quick shout out to all our coaches, Leah, John, Brian, Caitlin, you, Sam, Christina, everyone. Just thank you so much, because you are changing lives of people and you're saving lives of people, and you make what is great about CrossFit Prototype training system. So thank you, Joe. I mean, it's that's what makes the community, like great leaders like you guys. So thank you.
Thank you, AB. That's awesome. That's a good way to close it. Thanks, my man.
All right.